Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today I am going to be working on a WIP and chat. For those of you who are new here, WIP stands for work in progress and just means whatever canvas I happen to be working on when I film these. And chat stands for I'm going to be chatting while I do this, so you can pull out whatever you're working on and work alongside while you're listening to me, or you can just listen while you drive or whatever you enjoy doing. So I am working today on Licornette, which is from Craftably. Not Craftably, from Craft Ease. I always get those two confused. This is Craft Ease. This is a round kit, as you can see. I'm going to be using my Bella Art Dana Cole tray, and I'm going to be using a couple of different pens. I'm going to be using this cute one because it's purple and it matches. And it has one of my steel barrels and my steel straightener. And then I'm going to be using my latest Halloween-y looking pen from the French Etsy store shop with the cat-eared steel tip. This one I'm using because I actually have a 7-placer on the end. I am trying to use up some of these plastic multi-placers while I get the hang of it. I don't have any big multi-placers yet that are this size. I've ordered some other ones, but I haven't received them yet. So I wanted to get the hang of it. I have tried using a 9-placer and a 10-placer, and I just felt like I was kind of all over the board. So I went back to a 7-placer, and I am going to be working on that. So I made myself some cute little unicorn stickers to go with release papers, because I like to decorate my release papers thematically. It just makes them a little bit prettier than looking at plain white. I like to use release papers for a couple of reasons. I have tried doing the washi thing where it's just the cover paper and then you put the washi tape to section it. I can't do it. I don't know what it is, but I can't cut a straight line. I don't like the way it scores the canvas, so maybe that's me pressing too hard. I didn't cut all the way through, but I just didn't like the line that it left. And I felt like if I didn't press as hard as I wasn't cutting all the way through the plastic cover paper, and the washi tape didn't always want to stick. And so I just, went back to my comfortable release papers with, I buy cute little clip art packs on Etsy, and then I make myself cute little stickers that are thematic to go along with whatever kit that I happen to be working on. And this is a cute little girl with a unicorn, and it's all kind of pastel-y, so I made myself some pastel unicorns. So that's where we're starting, and let's see where I end up, shall we? As usual, I have no plan for what I'm going to be talking about today, so I'm just going to jump in. I will say I am loving this canvas. It's working up super quick. There's quite a bit of multi-placing, especially compared to some of my other kits, so that has been nice. Also, it's rounds, so that always goes a little bit faster. So let me scoot my chair up here and get a little comfortable and pour out my first color. I'm using my Elizabeth Ward storage, and I'm actually trying to kind of get done with this canvas. Not that I'm not enjoying it, but I'm trying to finish it because I want to use my Elizabeth Ward storage for something else. And I have plenty of other storage options, but I have a couple of big kits that I need. I just want to be able to use the Elizabeth Ward storage. So, and since it's currently occupied with this kit, I am want to get some things finished. So it has been kind of a wild week for me. It's been a nice week. School started last week, and I only work part-time, so I wasn't there every day. But when we start out, the kids only come one day the first week, just so they don't get overwhelmed, because a lot of our littles have not been to a school before. Some of them have never even been to like a daycare or anything before. And so we try not to overwhelm them on that first day. So the classes kind of get split in half, and we have half on one day and half on the next. And so it was a short week for us already. And then we had the Labor Day weekend. So we didn't have class on Monday. And then for whatever reason, several of the school districts around here had a professional development day for teachers on Tuesday. So I have had basically a week off, which is kind of weird, because now it feels like I'm going back to work for the first time all over again, even though it's only been a week. And the bad part for me is, while I enjoy the time off, it's hard with the littles because it's already kind of a new thing, and they're only coming one day that first week. And then we have basically a whole week off. Some of them more than a week, because of the kids who didn't come, who came Monday. They won't come again until a week and 2 days later. And so it's kind of like you have to start all over again. And because we only have school 2 days a week for the 3-year-olds, that means that they will come on Wednesday this week, because we didn't have school on Monday, and then we'll be out again until the next Monday. So it just feels like I'm having the first day of school Groundhog Day style, where it keeps repeating and repeating and repeating, because it always takes a while for the kids to learn kind of the rules of preschool, and you know what our routine is, and where things go when they first come in, and you know all that kind of stuff. And so it just seems like a lot of unnecessary repetition to me. Like, I would much prefer that we just do it once and get it all over with, and then hit the ground running. Because while I understand not wanting to overwhelm the kids, honestly, sometimes I feel like it has more to do with not overwhelming the teachers. I think the kids are fine. I think it's us who feel like we need to give them that space. And sometimes I don't think we do. So, yeah. So, I'm filming this before I go back to work after the holiday weekend, because my real life gets kind of crazy, and you know how YouTube works. Well, maybe you don't, but how YouTube works for me is I film a lot of things ahead of time, because I just don't have time always during the week. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. And I have the time today, and I'm feeling productive, and plus it was a good day, because if you haven't seen my previous videos this week, I hit a subscriber goal. So I am now have over 150. I have over 750 subscribers, which means I am going to be doing another giveaway, which is probably part of the reason that you're here. So hopefully not the only reason. I do work hard to try and bring you content that I think will be useful and helpful and entertaining. At least one of those, if not more than one, if not all of them. But I know people are attracted to giveaways. If that's the only reason you're here, you're still welcome. But you know, stick around. Maybe you'll see something else you like. So I'm going to be doing a subscriber giveaway. And just like all of my other giveaways, you can find the information down below with all of the details. It is open to U.S. and international residents, just like the last time. I don't want to leave our international friends out. So unless there's a weird rule about the fact that you can't be in a giveaway wherever you live, then you're eligible. all you have to do is leave a comment in the comments below and tell me what your favorite color of DMC drill is. When you diamond paint, what is the number of drill that you look forward to the most when you diamond paint? And then also make sure that you leave in your comment not only what your favorite color, DMC color drill is, but leave what country you reside in. Because I'm going to be doing 2 different giveaways for international and US residents. So I need to know what country you're in so I know which giveaway to put you in. And I am going to be doing kind of the same things I gave away last time, but a little bit extra. So I do have another, those of you in the US, I have another large Mooney Made tray that I'm going to be giving away. But I'm also going to be adding some other goodies into the box, and I'm not going to tell you what they are. You'll just get to be surprised. So the tray is the main giveaway. And for those of you in the not US, those of you everywhere else in the world, you are going to be entered in a giveaway for 2 steel tips. There will be a single placer and a 2 placer. So those will be the prizes. And again, you can find all of the details and the official rules in the description below, so that you can enter for your chance to win. The giveaway entries will open as soon as this video posts, which will be 6 a.m. my time, which is Central Daylight Time, on Sunday, September the 13th, I believe. Is that correct? No, September 12th. September 12th. See, I wrote it all down and then I didn't bring in my card that had all of the information on it. Let me look on my calendar real quick and just double check and make sure that's correct, but I'm pretty sure it's the 12th. So that is, yes, Sunday the 12th at 6 a.m. And then you will be able to enter until Monday the 13th at 6 a.m. again, Central Daylight Time, at which time I will not accept any more entries, and I will take all of the entries that I do have that qualify and enter those in the drawing. How I pick the winners will depend on how many entries I have. If I don't have an overwhelming number of entries, I will do the same thing I did last time and use my little wheel spinner to show you who the winners are. If I get a number that makes it unwieldy for me to put them in the wheel, I will do like a random comment picker or something. But remember, you need to have both pieces of the entry in your comment. You need to have what country you're in and also what your favorite DMC drill color is. Because I need your country, I can't send you an item. I don't know what list to put you on if I don't know where you're from. So yeah, those are basically the rules. And then I will announce the winner on Tuesday, September 14th in a short video. So once you enter, there'll be 24 hours to give people a chance to enter the giveaway, and then another 24 hours to give me time to figure out who the winners are, film that, and then edit and post the video. Because much as I would love for it to all be instantaneous, it isn't. So, and I have to say, in this particular kit, some of these pink drills are my favorites. I love this kind of cotton candy pink. So, okay. So I gave everybody all the deets about the giveaway. Is there anything else as far as the giveaway that I need to talk about? I don't think so. Hopefully everything will be in the official rules if anybody has any questions, and it will all be good. it's always kind of nerve-wracking doing some stuff like this for the first time because, you know, I don't want to, I've worked hard to get where I am. I don't want to do anything that's going to mess it up. So trying to make sure again that I cross all my T's and dot all my I's, and get everything the way it needs to be so that I'm following all the rules and regulations. So there's just so many rules sometimes, it feels like, and I get why there are, but some days it's like, oh my goodness. And plus this all seems to be written in legal jargon, which again I get, but it'd be nice if there was some kind of like legalese translator so that, you know, us regular folks who aren't attorneys could figure out what it says without having to read, you know, 16 pages of a end user license agreement that no one ever reads, because why would you? You're not going to understand it anyway. So I try. Don't always succeed, but I try. So what else do I want to talk about besides giveaways? My husband is still down in Louisiana working to repair all the damage from the hurricane. So that has not been fun. He enjoys the work. He enjoys parts of the work. I think I've mentioned that before. There are parts of it that he does not enjoy, but I think that's true for any of us who work, right? There's always something about it you don't enjoy. So it's the same way at my work. And I probably really should have gone in earlier this week to kind of take care of some things before we went back for the holiday weekend, but I didn't. So we'll see what happens there. I did actually, over the long holiday weekend, spend some time lesson planning and working, which on one hand is kind of a bummer that I'm working on a holiday, but on the other hand, my husband is out of town, and so we didn't really have a lot of plans anyway because he's not here. So I might as well have gotten something accomplished, and I did, so that's nice. I am feeling pretty good, like I'm ahead of the ball game, because I've already got all of my lesson plans from now until Christmas break mapped out. I did have to go back and make some changes for our Christmas ones. Our director ended up cutting our Christmas classes a little bit shorter than I had been told initially. And so I needed to go back and kind of update some of the projects that we were going to be doing for the kids to take home so that we would be sure and get them all done on that new revised schedule. So I did that, and then I was able to plan an additional 2 weeks, which felt good, not gonna lie. This was a new to me job and a new position that was just created last year, and so last year I kind of spent a lot of time flying by the seat of my pants in a lot of ways because nobody had ever done that job before, and so trying to figure out, you know, how it was going to work and everything else was interesting some days. I teach at the preschool, but I also am responsible for the lesson plans, and so in a lot of ways I'm also a support for other teachers. And so some days that can get to be a little bit overwhelming because I'm having to worry about more than just myself, which is not a bad thing, but just some days it's a lot because I'm worrying about more than one classroom at a time. And one of them is a classroom I'm not really in. So, yeah, it's just kind of hard to, you know, troubleshoot and be a support person and do all those things that you need to do when you're not there all the time like the regular teachers are. So, but this year, I feel like I've hit the ground running. I have more things planned out, so I have more breathing room to make changes if I need to on the fly than I did last year. And not that we needed to do that a lot, but I just feel like I have a little bit more breathing room if we do need to do that. A little bit less stress for me, which in turn probably means less stress for everyone else, because I don't always handle stress well. So, some people do. And it's not that I can't handle stress. I can. I'm one of those people that sometimes having a deadline actually is better for me, because if I don't have a deadline and it's just kind of get it done whenever, then I procrastinate, which shows you how much I like diamond painting, because I can't think of an instance where I've put off diamond painting stuff, because there's always something new and exciting for me to do. So there is that. Although I have definitely put off preschool stuff in order to do some diamond painting. So there's that, I guess. But anyway, I just feel like I have a lot more breathing room this year, which is nice. So looking forward to seeing how much more smoothly the year goes. At least I hope so anyway, that it goes more smoothly than it did last year. Don't have enough of it under my belt yet to say so, but I'm hoping. So I feel like I'm more prepared, so I feel like that means it should go smoother. I don't know if that's true, but we'll see. So, yeah, it's just, and I missed a G right there. I have been over this section probably 4 times with the letter G, and every time I swear that I have gotten all of them, and then I find one that I've missed. It's always something, isn't it? So anyway, like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with this one because of how fast it's going. Definitely see why people like rounds and multi-placing, because it does make it go so much faster. That said, I do also enjoy confetti and kind of the whole process of it. You know, the thing for me with diamond painting is more the process than anything else. So whether it's color blocking or multi-placing or confetti and having to do a lot of single placing, I'm kind of happy with all of it, as long as it all turns out well in the end, right? So, and I feel like I'm kind of hitting my stride with the YouTube channel. I've made, you know, a couple of pretty big subscriber goals, and I'm on my way to my next subscriber goal already. So that's good. And just looking at some things that I can do, you know, what's next. Once I hit some of those goals, I don't want the channel to stagnate. So what do I plan and do to go from there? And I don't know if I have all of the answers to that yet, but I'm at least thinking about it. So that's good. Because, you know, again, I do still have things in my real life that I have to do, like my lesson planning and things like that. I do still have some health issues that I need to get taken care of. My knee, while feeling a little bit better over the past weeks, is still not back up to 100%. And I think I am going to just have to bite the bullet, go in and let them do an MRI, which I'm assuming is the next step, and see what they tell me. So I've stayed off of it as much as I could over this holiday weekend to kind of give it a rest. And while it's better, it's still not back to where it should be. And yeah, that has become a real source of frustration for me. So I've got to do something about it. So hopefully my husband will be done with the storm work in not too much longer, because we have some things that we need to get done as well on a personal level. So hoping to make some plans and get some of those taken care of. And meanwhile, he's down there working and sweating and dealing with alligators and snakes and heat and humidity, and it rained on them while they were down there. So doesn't sound like it's been a whole lot of fun. Although I think they have enough power back up now that people are not staying in hotels that are running off of generators and or having to sleep in vehicles, which some of them have had to do for some reason. So yeah, that's good. Okay, I think I got all of the D's in this section. Doesn't look like I missed any of those. So I just need to fill in that one G. And then I have hit that sweet spot of multi-placing where everything is the one color that's left. And so you can kind of be on autopilot while you're placing them, because that's the only color that's out there and you're not going to put it in the wrong place. I do always double check it, because that would be just like me to put it in the wrong place. But in looking at this, it looks like all I have left are E's. So I will grab those and I will start working on those. So I have to say, I really like this tray. I wish it was a little bit bigger. I have a bigger one, but it's currently in use with something else at the moment, so I need to switch those out probably. But I do like how nicely it lines up the drills for me, so there's that. And then I can start multi-placing. And where do I want to do this at? Not there. I'll do it here, because it didn't pick up as many drills as I wanted it to, and so where I was initially going to place, I didn't. So I don't know how some of these people use like 10 and 15 placer multi-placers. Like, this is only a 7, and I feel like it's a monumental achievement that I've sort of figured out how to use this one. So I could break out my multi-placing wheel, but quite frankly, it's lost in the chaos that is my craft room at the moment. So I'm just kind of making do with what I had out. I had this pin out because I was using it to work on my sugar skull that I was doing for Drills and Chills, hence the Halloween pin. However, I did have to kind of abandon that one because of all the issues with the canvas. Not abandon, that's not the right word. I've had to postpone working on that one until I get some more spare drills. If you haven't already seen that, I'll put a card up there so you can go check it out. Essentially what happened was, I think they sent me round drills for a canvas that should go with square drills. And I was having all kinds of issues with popping and drills not fitting where they should, and just all around frustrations. So I decided to scrap the round drills and use my spares and square drills to finish out the canvas. And so far it's working really well, but I have run out of spares. There was a large amount of the background color, so I knew I was going to run out of that. But I also ran out of other colors. So some colors I managed to complete everything on the canvas and still have some spares left over. But some colors I used up what little spares I had. And because I'm doing it in squares, I have to wait until I finish a square kit so that I have some more square spares to use. Say that 3 times fast. So I am going to be doing that, but it's going to take me a little bit longer than I had anticipated. I had anticipated that it would be just a quick kind of workup for that kit for drills and chills, and then I would move on to something else. And of course, I made that plan and something else happened. So now I have to reconfigure my plan because what I had planned originally is not going to work now. So I also have been searching for some place that sells bulk drills. And I'm talking more than just 4,000 drills in a bag bulk. I want like 20, 30,000 drills. Like I want a big Ziploc bag of spares. And I'm specifically looking for, what I mostly want is 310s, black and whites, because I use those all the time, and I just wanted to get some bulk of those, but I can't find anyone who really sells them in that big of a bulk. I've looked at some of the places that I've purchased drills previously, and places where you can buy, you know, like drills for your heaven and earth kits, but they don't really sell them in those big numbers. Or if they do, they don't advertise it, because I can't find anybody who sells them in bulk like that. So, and I don't need special drills, AB drills, or anything like that. I just want regular 310s and 5200 whites. So, so if you know some place that sells those, please share, because I would love to get some bulk ones. And I also need to figure out where I'm going to get for my sugar skull kit. I don't think I need in the 20,000 range for the background of that kit, but I may need more than 4,000 to finish that kit, and I'm not really sure. So I guess I need to just sit down and figure it out, because I don't want to run out of drills and then run into the dye lot issue because I didn't get enough and now I've got to buy them again, and I don't have enough that match. I could probably get away with it because you know, I could sprinkle the ones in, but yeah, I would just rather avoid the issue altogether if I could. So that's where I'm at on the sugar skull. I am going to be, and I'm listening to, it's hanging up behind me, and I had release papers on it, and once I hung it up, they're now falling off, so I'm going to have to go rescue those. But anyway, once this one is done, because it's rounds, I have a square kit I'm going to be kitting up, crossing my fingers that some of the squares from it will also be in that sugar skull, so I can finish up some of those and then see where I'm at and if I need to order any additional drills. Because I don't mind ordering additional drills, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of money ordering them, because, you know, I've already spent the money on the kit. And you know, I could complain to the company and ask them to send me drills. I don't know if they would. I guess I could try and then report back and let you guys know. I'm kind of just of a mind that I've already found a solution, and I'm already going to have a handful of drills that I don't need because of the rounds that went with it. Of course, if I asked them and they sent it to me, then I wouldn't have to worry about getting enough drills. So maybe I'll do both, because I still want to know where to buy bulk drills from, if there's any place that you can do that. Preferably someplace that isn't AliExpress. I've never used AliExpress. It kind of scares me, to be honest, because I see people, you know, saying they bought stuff on it all the time, but like when I've gone to look, like sometimes it won't even let me look. It'll tell me I can't even look at the product unless I put in my email address and stuff, and I don't want to put in my email address and just to look at something. So maybe I'm just window shopping. Why you gotta be all up in my business, AliExpress? So yeah. Anyway, and someplace in the US, if there is one. I know there's a couple of places that might do it that are international, but yeah, shipping. That's so frustrating. I wish shipping wasn't so expensive, you guys. If shipping wasn't so expensive, I could be doing something else for prizes. Oh, that's another question. If you guys can help me out. I know I have found a way to purchase Amazon gift cards for people who are not in the US. There's a way that you can go onto Amazon and basically I can use my US dollars to buy basically an Amazon gift card that is in somebody else's currency. I can't do it with everything, but there's a way that you can go in. Like essentially, I would go to Amazon.uk, for instance, and then I would log in with my Amazon account, and I could, with my US dollars, purchase an Amazon card that would be in pounds. Is that what they're using now that they're not part of the UK and it's not Euro, or part of the UK, part of the EU and it's not Euros anymore? I don't know, whatever they're using. And, you know, some of the bigger countries, Germany and some of those other ones, you can do the same thing. I don't know if you can do that. Like, I'm wondering if you can do that on like some of these diamond painting websites. Like if I go to Diamond Art Club, can I buy a gift card in US dollars and then tell them I want it to be sent to somebody, and then if you get it and you're in another country, can you use it, or does it have to convert somewhere, and how does that happen? Because like I know on Amazon, essentially Amazon charges you exchange fees, but there is a way to do it. But mailing is just so expensive. I went in to mail some of my random acts of kindness to people, and I was talking to the postal worker, and apparently even in my backwoods neck of the woods, because I live in a very, very rural area, there is someone in town who has a relative who lives in Singapore, and they send regular care packages, and he said it was something like $128. Now, I don't know how big these packages are. I'm assuming care packages are probably not small packages, but still, $128 is nuts. Like, is the stuff that you're sending worth $128? So that's why I am doing small prizes for international people. The steel tips I should be able to send in a very small mailer. That means I can send it basically just first class, which means I don't have to fill out a customs form, and hopefully it gets there much faster. That's what the postal person told me anyway, so I hope that's true. I don't have any way of knowing if it is or not, so we'll see. We send things to Canada on a regular basis. I have to mail some things up there every month, and you know, I've been doing this for years, and we got a notice that something that I mailed a couple of months before had not arrived, as well as the next thing that I had mailed. Neither one had arrived. And so, you know, my husband and I are like, okay, here's what do we got to do, figure out where it went, blah, blah, blah. Because when you mail it first class with just a regular international stamp, there's no tracking or anything, which seems crazy. You think there would be. Like if I mail it like that within the US, I get a tracking number, but if I mail it outside the US, I don't. But then like a day or two later, we got notice that not only the one that was recent had showed up, but the one that we thought had gotten lost had also showed up within a day of each other. So I don't know what happened to the first one, but man, sometimes it's kind of crazy. Like, you know, something gets there within just a couple of days one time, and then the next time you send the exact same thing to the exact same place, it takes over a month. What is up with that? So, and I mean, yeah, it's just kind of crazy. I've gotten in the habit of even mail within the US is super slow sometimes. So I have gotten in the habit of mailing all of my bills. I don't have too many that I actually pay via mail anymore, but there are a couple. And I have gotten to the point where I make sure I mail them with plenty of time to arrive so that, you know, if something would happen, I'm not going to get dinged with any penalties or anything for something being late, because that would be super annoying. Yeah. We're currently in the process of trying to get my husband's car loan paid off. And anytime we come into some extra money, you know, one of us gets an extra big paycheck or something like that, we try to throw extra money at the loan to get it paid off. And last time was when we got a tax refund, and so we had a little bit of extra money to throw towards his car payment. So I call up thinking, well, I'll just do it over the phone because that'll be faster. And first of all, trying to get an actual person on the phone is a ridiculous dog and pony show these days. And then once I get the person on the phone, oh, sure, she can help me. Yeah, she can take the payment, but it's going to be a $15 fee for paying it over the phone. I'm like, why? You know, if I paid it online, there wouldn't be a processing fee, and it's coming out of the exact same place. Oh, well, that's just their policies. Okay, well, then I don't want to do that because I'm going to pay $15 just for the convenience of paying it on the phone. I didn't have to pay it on the phone. It wasn't like due or anything. I was just trying to make it more convenient for myself because it saved me a trip into town because we live rurally. And in the process of talking to this woman, I said, well, I'll just send a check. And, you know, she asked me how much I was going to be making the check for. And I told her, and she said, well, if it's more than 3 months of a payment at a time, then it doesn't all get applied to the loan. Because it's a credit union, then they can only take 3 months of payments towards the loan at a time. The rest of it has to go into the savings account that you're required to open as part of it being a credit union. And I'm like, but I don't want you to do that because we don't use this credit union for anything other than this car loan. And she said, well, that's the rules and that's what we have to do. And I said, okay, so if I come in and I just write you a check and I'm standing there in the lobby, can I do it for that amount? And she said, oh, sure. And I said, is there any extra fee? No. I said, so there's no $15 fee to come in and do it. Nope, that's only if you pay by phone. Okay, and if I come in and I do it in person, you can only take 3 months at a time? No, we can take as much as you want to pay because you're there in person. And I just shook my head because what kind of sense does that make? I mean, it's like they purposely make it difficult for people. And I mean, I think banks lose sight of the fact that, you know, if people didn't have bank accounts, they wouldn't exist. I think people think that, you know, they're the ones who are in control of everything. And to some extent, yes, they're providing a service. But, you know, there are lots of people who live without a bank account. Is it fun? No, because it does make lots of things more difficult. Because that's how our stupid system works. But it can be done. And you know, if we all were not putting our money in banks, what would, you know, it's like I told my husband, we were talking about it, and the bank that he used to use in Canada charged him a fee every month to have a checking account. And I'm like, what is that? And maybe that's me talking from a place of privilege. And if it is, I apologize. I don't mean to insult people who don't have that ability, but that just seems crazy to me. Like, I don't know. I guess there is no such thing as a free lunch. It's not like I don't know that. So if you're not paying for the bank account, the checking account up front or whatever, maybe you're paying for it somewhere else. But I mean, come on, I've got a mortgage loan that is paying me, well, I'm paying the bank on this mortgage loan an interest rate that is at least 10 times what I'm being paid interest on a savings account that I might open. So, and I mean, who can afford to buy a house or a car these days without a loan? I am not looking forward to the next time we have to buy a car, honestly. My daughter probably really needs to buy another one. And I mean, that's how it works, right? We finally get them all paid off, so now we need a new one. We don't need a new one, but they are all getting older. I mean, they're all paid off, so we're all still driving them, but my husband's 2014 is the newest vehicle we own. And, with my daughter graduating and hopefully getting a kind of a career job here soon, she might want some better transportation than what she's been using the last 5 or 6 years. Again, not that there's anything wrong with the car. It still runs fine. But, yeah. I wish I didn't feel like it was something she needed, because Lord knows nobody needs a car payment. I don't know how some people do it. I mean, our car payments have always kind of been spread out. We've never paid on more than 2 cars at once, luckily. And none of ours have been super expensive. So, which we don't own, we've never bought a brand new car. We always buy used. But, yeah, I hate the whole car buying process. Don't even get me started. I just do not like the car buying process. Never have, never will. So, but I feel like that's something she should know. All the ins and outs of, how it works. And again, I think that's one of those things, those life skills I think we miss teaching our kids. Here's how you pay your taxes. Here's how you balance your checkbook. Here's how you sign your name in cursive so you can sign your passport. Here's how you change a tire. I mean, I can remember when I first started driving, I didn't have to know how to put gas in my car because there were still some full service stations. Does anybody even have those anymore? Do full service stations still exist anywhere? Not around here, they don't. I wonder if they still exist anywhere else. But, I mean, they quickly moved when I started driving from full service to self-service. And I typically, as a new driver, I went to a self-service one anyway because it was cheaper. But, yeah, all those things my dad made me do that I rolled my eyes at that I'm making my kids do now. Like learning how to change a flat tire, learning how to check the fluids. Do you have enough windshield wiper fluid? Do you have enough brakes fluid? Do you have enough power steering fluid? Do you have enough, whatever? How do you change a flat tire in case that's something you ever need to do? So, yeah. Just because I feel like that's something kids should know how to do. Like, I feel like my kids should all know how to cook a couple of basic meals. So when they move out on their own, they're not, stuck eating ramen noodles and soup out of a can or SpaghettiOs or, Kraft mac and cheese, or for those of you who live in Canada, Kraft dinner. So, you know, just some of those life skills that you know, when I was in school, I had to take a home ec class. They don't even call it home ec anymore. They call it Family and Consumer Sciences. But it's home ec, you know, where you learn how to make some basic meals, some basic cooking skills. When I took it, we had to learn basic sewing skills. And I don't think when my kids took it, they had to learn any sewing. They did mostly cooking. So they know enough to make themselves some basic meals that aren't. Now, if I leave them to their own devices, they'll still pick those things because they're quick and easy, but they do know how to cook some other things. So, and actually, my youngest is a big fan of our Instapot. We bought one a while ago, and honestly, I love it because I do not like to cook. I am not good at it, and I don't like to do it. And it makes even some really, you know, they're simple meals, but they just go a lot faster. And so even if I've forgotten, oh shoot, I can cook things from frozen. So I can make a quick, you know, chicken and noodles or chicken and rice or something like that with frozen chicken, and it's ready in about the same time it would take me to, you know, cook it had the chicken been thawed. And it's all in one pot, so there's only one thing to clean really at the end of it. That's always a bonus for me anyway. So I love our Instapot. We've made so many things in it, except yogurt. I don't know why I don't even know why yogurt is a special setting on there, but I've not made yogurt with it. But we've tried making bread, we've tried making cake, we've steamed vegetables and stuff. We've made like hard-boiled eggs in it. Yeah, I love it. So my sister bought one, but because it's essentially a pressure cooker, she's kind of scared of it. And I keep telling her I'm going to go over and teach her how to use it, but she bought it right before COVID hit. And so then we were all kind of, you know, stuck at home for a while, and I just keep forgetting about it at this point. It's been so long. And the last couple of times we've gotten together, it has been at my house. So, and I'm trying to think. We always switch off, me and my sister, with Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I think last Christmas, what little Christmas we had, we did here because we were not able to get together. Everybody couldn't get together. My brother ended up being sick, so he couldn't come. And so it's really not been until this year that we've kind of all gotten together again. So the tentative plan is that we will have Thanksgiving here and Christmas at my sister's house, but that may change depending on what happens between now and then, because who knows. Also depends on where my husband is at the time, because I'm trying to think, has he ever missed a Christmas? He was out working in California once for about 6 months. But I think he came back for Christmas. I don't think he's ever missed a Christmas with us because of work. But knock on wood, there's always a first time, right? Okay, guys. So I finished this lovely little section. And I'm really liking how this one is turning out. If you can see, this has a couple of ABs in it. Not ABs. a couple of crystal rhinestones. So it's got this kind of, I want to call it copper, but it's like a really light brown kind of on this one. And then there is a yellow one as well that is in some of the flowers and some of the in the little girl's hair. Actually, both of those crystal rhinestones are in the little girl's hair. So, but it's making for some interesting kind of textures and things against the round drills, because these crystal rhinestones stick up a little bit further than the other drills. So, but this canvas is so cute. I almost didn't buy it because I was afraid it was going to be too pixelated for the size. And then I saw another kit that someone bought from Crafties from this same artist. And in looking at their finished canvas, I thought, oh, it looks okay. I'm going to go ahead and get it. And I'm glad I did, because this is turning out to be so cute. I just love all the pastel colors, and it's just such a cute little image. So I think I'm going to call it here though, guys. So thanks for hanging around and listening to me chat about nothing and everything. Again, if you're interested in the giveaway, don't forget to check out the description below. It will have all the pertinent details so that you can be entered in the giveaway. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, again, for all of you who've already subscribed. And hopefully there will be some more people joining you, because I have another subscriber goal already. And when I hit that, I will be doing another, hopefully a little bit larger giveaway. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.